Wakenya ni wamoja kwa maendeleo ya Kenya na maendeleo ya Afrika Mashariki. Ukabila kwetu mwiko. Tutaheshimiana, tutastahiana, tutavumiliana, tutakwenda pamoja kama Wakenya na wana Afrika Mashariki. Thank you very much. And let me say sincerely, Kenya is a great country. No doubt, Kenya is a great country. Kenya is endowed with such great people, dynamic people, entrepreneurs, innovators, people filled with talents. And sometimes you ask ourselves, why such great people of a great country endowed with such talents have allowed themselves to be dominated by the scourge of tribalism, negative ethnicity, ethno-nationalism? Why have they succumbed to parochialism, cronism, provincialism? This is the time for Kenya to stand again. You are the engine of the economy of East Africa. We cannot afford to see Kenya being dragged down or pulled down because of few selfish individuals. We will not interfere in your internal affairs. But when we see what you are doing is perilous to the prosperity of East Africa, we will say it loudly. Please stop that mess. National cohesion should be your priority number one in your agenda as you embark in implementing BBI. Without it, everything will go down the drain. Cohesion is the guarantee. This event today is very significant, not only to Kenya and to Tanzania. And this is why President Magufuli has allowed me to stay here. Otherwise, he wanted me to be back home yesterday night, and not this time, because it's a very significant. Pragmatism and realism in building bridges for national cohesion and the sanitization of the border politics of Kenya is urgent. We wish you all well in your efforts to build national cohesion, to uphold national ethic. And we would want to upload and highly commend His Excellency the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, for his magnanimity. He would have just said, I'm the president, so what? But his magnanimity, which perhaps some of you may have thought is a sign of weakness, was his strength, because he put Kenya before himself. And such leaders are rare in Africa. Very rare. So please, Kenyans, applaud your president, my president. Equally, we indeed commend Raila Amolo Odinga. If he had decided to be stubborn, we wouldn't be here. But also, he has risen above his personal ambitions and pains and said, Kenya is more important than me. And this is what has brought us here today. The handshake has given Kenya and East Africa a new impetus. It has emboldened us, all of us in East Africa, to see a new Kenya, a prosperous Kenya, a united Kenya, a cohesive Kenya. And a united Kenya means a united East Africa. So don't think this event is purely a national event. It's a regional event. And my fellow politicians, because now I've been pulled out of the university, and I'm seeing my colleagues here, Patricia Odote. Now I've joined Kivutha, my good friend, him by election, me by nomination. Now for 2.5 years I'm in politics. I was a professor of law at the University of Dar es Salaam, worked hard also with Adams and many others. So now, lucky you are still in academics. Now I'm in politics. And let me tell my fellow politicians here in Kenya, live up to the expectations of Kenyans. But more so, live to the expectations of your fellow East Africans. Exude confidence instead of perpetuating fear and apprehension among the people. Come out of your tribal cocoons and embrace the wider Kenya and the wider East Africa. We therefore hail the Building Bridges initiative because it portends well for the future of Kenya. A united, cohesive, peaceful, stable, and a prosperous Kenya. For this, Mr. President, Deputy President, and Raila Odinga, President John Pombe Magufuli really tells the three of you, you are holding Kenya, and allow Kenya to rise up, to go up, to prosper. He phoned me yesterday, and he phoned you, Odinga. He phoned you. Please, keep what the President Magufuli, your brother, told you. Kenya is more important than you. To the President, I can't say more. I can't say more. You are a Tanzanian. So keep the respect of Tanzania in Kenya. William Ruto, God, who has called you to the post of Deputy President, has given you the highest honor to save the Kenyans. Save them well. Kenyans, learn to respect each other. Learn to tolerate each other. Learn to know there's no one who knows everything, and there's no one who is completely stupid. You need each other. Fanyeni kazi pamoja. Mheshimiwa Rais, forgive me for my circumlocutory verbiage, and perhaps for more what I do not deserve to say. But we come with humility as your relatives. We are kith and kin. Kenya and Tanzania. God has destined us to be together, and we'll be together in good and bad, in all weather. Our friendship, our relations are all weather. We'll support each other. And as I said, our support to Kenya is unequivocal, and there's no quid pro quo, because we are brothers and sisters. Asanteni sana.